Good day to you and welcome to another Paddocks Club video tutorial. Almost all sectional title schemes and homeowners associations have perimeter walls or fences, and most of these, in addition to the physical barrier, have an electric fence. Regulation 12 of the Electrical Machinery Regulations 2011 applies to these electric fences. It imposes an obligation on the user of any electric fence system to have a certificate of compliance. However, this requirement does not apply to any electric fence system that existed before the 1st of October 2012 and has not been altered or added to since that date. The trustees or directors of any community scheme may think it's sensible to get a certificate of compliance in any event, but there is no legal obligation on a scheme that had a perimeter electric fence system before the 1st of October 2012 to have a certificate of compliance unless the system has been changed or extended since that date. Where the electric fence system was installed after the date or has been changed since, the scheme records must include a current certificate of compliance issued by a person or accredited by the Department of Labour. The regulation does not provide for the expiry of a certificate of compliance, and it does provide that the certificate is transferable from one user or owner to the next. In other words, when units in a sectional title scheme or homes in an HOA change hands, there's no need to have another inspection or to arrange for a new certificate of compliance to be issued for the perimeter electric fence system. While a certificate of compliance under the Electrical Installation Regulations 2009 must be renewed if the premises are transferred more than 2 years after its issue, this isn't the case with the certificate of compliance that we're talking about now, one under the Electrical Machinery Regulations of 2011. So the certificate of compliance issued for a perimeter fence in a sectional title scheme or an HOA does not expire after 2 years or at all. But if the fence system is changed or extended, a new certificate of compliance is required. The question has been raised as to who is obliged to obtain the certificate of compliance for a perimeter electrical fence in a community scheme. Because that system is managed and controlled by the community scheme, not by individual owners, it is clear that it's the sectional title body corporate or the HOA that is the person obliged to obtain and keep the certificate. It has been argued that because sectional owners are the registered owners of a fraction of a share of the scheme's common property on which the electric fence system is built, they are responsible to provide an updated compliance certificate when they sell their units. And while it is arguable that a unit in a sectional title scheme should not be transferred unless the body corporate has a current clearance certificate for any perimeter electric fence system, there is no new certificate required because of the transfer. The Department of Labour keeps a list of the persons who have been accredited as electrical fence system installers, and as at the 23rd of May 2013, there had been 2 phases of accreditation. The first one, 391 persons were given temporary accreditation, and since then there 17 have been given final accreditation. So we've got a total of 406 people in South Africa who, as at the 23rd of May 2013, had accreditation certificates. And if you want a list of these people, unfortunately there are no contact details. You can go to the Department of Labour's website, www.labour.gov.za, and if you look at the downloads of useful documents under occupational health and safety, you will see these first phase and second phase electricity accreditation lists. Unfortunately, as I say, no contact details, but if you're dealing with somebody from whom you want a certificate, ask for their EFSI number. If it's one of the temporary people, it will start with a T followed by 5 digits. Otherwise, it will just be EFSI and a 5-digit number. Thank you for joining me, and if you have any questions, let's deal with them in the discussion forum.